Hello everybody, my name is Josep Lambies, I'm a film critic and professor, and I'm here to tell you that you're about to watch one of the most beautiful movies that came out last year in Spain. It has a lovely title, Las chicas están bien, that is to say, the girls are alright, and it could be summarized as the story of 5 women who gather in a splendorous country house to rehearse a theater play, a play that will probably never be staged in front of an audience, but that's alright, because in the meantime they are having fun, they are enjoying themselves. Las chicas están bien is the first movie that the actress Itsaso Arana has made as a director. She's also one of the performers that you are going to see in the movie. In fact, right now you are seeing her in one of the scenes in the movie. This is a scene where she's talking about a thought-provoking topic. She's talking about how a performer deals with the challenge of playing someone who's dying. She wonders if death in cinema actually resembles death in real life.
Es como si estuviéramos secretamente preparadas para verlas, ¿sabes?
I assume right now you may be curious about Itsaso Arana. Who is she? What has she done so far? I will try to point out a couple of things that will shed light on her story. Let's go back in time to 2016, when Itsaso Arana joined the cast of La Reconquista, The Reconquest, a movie by the famous Spanish independent filmmaker Jonas Trueba. The movie deals with a very simple storyline. It is the story of a boy and a girl who used to date in the past, who parted ways at some point, but after a long time they get to meet each other again. I'm not really interested in the plot here, I'm just interested in the fact that Itsaso Arana's face is the very first thing that we get to see in the movie. I'm talking about this arresting silent shot where we can see her framed on a blue background. We don't know anything about her character yet, but we can tell that she's wiping some tears away, her gaze pointing somewhere out of camera. Although she has been crying, which probably means that she's sad, there is a certain gleam in her expression, a certain optimism that makes us think that she's on the verge of smiling. Jonas Trueba sustains that this shot is vaguely inspired by the images of the Virgin of the old paintings dated from the Italian Renaissance, which is also interesting because it could be taken as a sort of a premonition, and I will tell you why. In 2019, that means 3 years after the Reconquest, Jonas Trueba and Itsaso Arana made another film together named La Virgen de Agosto, the August Virgin. It is a comedy that takes place in Madrid in the summertime, which is the time when the popular festivities, what we call Las Verbenas, are celebrated. Itsaso Arana plays the main character in the movie, a Madrilean girl named Eva, who decides not to go on vacation and stays in Madrid for the summer just to see if magic happens.
Una persona de verdad.
Itsaso Arana wrote the script of the movie along with Jonas Trueba. By then, it was obvious that the two of them worked very well as a team. In the pandemic, they made their third film together, a beautiful movie named Tenéis que venir a verla. That means you have to come and see it. Let's see if we can watch a piece of it.
Ya estamos aquí.
I assume by now you may be able to identify Itsaso Arana. Of course, there was another actress in that movie. Her name is Irene Escolar. She's the one who appears framed by the window, the one who is wearing overalls. She's one of the most prominent actresses of her generation in Spain. You will get to see her in a minute because she also plays one of the 5 women in The Girls Are Alright.
Mi padre y mi tía la han estado compartiendo, pero bueno, mi tía se quedó a vivir fuera y mi padre se echa una novia que creo que no le gusta mucho la casa. Sí.
Itsaso, Arana and Irene Escolar have known each other for a long time now. They have worked together in the past. They are good friends now. Same thing happens with Irene Escolar and Barbara Leni, another famous Spanish actress who is also one of the women who appear in The Girls Are Alright. Irene and Barbara didn't work together in a movie before, but they did work on a stage. They were the two only actresses in Hermanas, Sisters, one of the most astonishing theatre plays I have ever seen. Sisters was a tremendous drama staged by French director Pascal Rambert about two sisters who meet after a long time and they blame each other about things that took place in the past. I was told by the two actresses that it was a tough experience, probably the toughest experience of their careers, because they were compelled to dive into the darkest side of the human soul. And I don't think they were exaggerating. I remember seeing Sisters when it was first staged in Madrid at the Pavón Teatro Kamikaze. I saw it in the opening night. When it was over, we were all applauding, and I remember that Irene was shivering, she was sobbing, she looked very scared. She looked as if she had been really facing darkness for the previous hour. I want you to think of that when you see the gorgeous moment of intimacy that Barbara and Irene share in The Girls Are Alright. This moment when Irene is taking a bath and they both talk about Barbara's pregnancy. It seems that they finally got to experience some brightness together. I love to think that after all they went through when they were playing together in Sisters, Itsaso Arana, their friend, wanted to give them this peaceful space in a movie. 5 women, I said, because Irene Escolar, Itsaso Arana and Barbara Leni, who are already acclaimed actresses in Spain, are joined by Itziar Manero and Elena Ezquerdo, who are 2 young promising actresses. They are 5 women who gather in a quiet and bucolic space where they can talk about their fantasies, where they can talk about their dreams, where they can talk about who they would have been in another life. They talk about love and magic as if they were princesses spending time in what could be the castle of a contemporary fairy tale. This is what The Girls Are Alright is, a fairy tale where princesses don't depend on princes anymore, though they still wear big old-fashioned dresses. Halfway fiction, halfway reality, with a great sense of theatre, the movie is an invitation to a realm of feminine pleasures. Just try to make the most of it. Thanks for listening and enjoy the movie.